Hello there, thanks a lot for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and today it's the biggest show of stars for 1962 and also about the biggest show of hot, bright, Day-Glo pink that you'll ever find. Look at this, holy cats, man. Good old Globe Posters out of Baltimore made this 22 by 28 inch jumbo window card. Just a gorgeous piece, isn't it? Almost doesn't matter who the musicians are. I mean, just imagine this thing in the streets and store windows back then. How could you not want to attend the show? Just great, great marketing piece. Oh man, boy. And in this case from the Midwest, Wichita, Kansas, on Saturday, May 12th of 1962. But this is a tour blank, which means it was made with several different cities up there in the venue box. But interestingly, in this case, not often this way, this is the only city I've ever seen it from. So I don't have another picture to show you, from another city on the tour. But boy, let's attack the color portion. Just take a look at that. Put on your shades. I think they're required for this. Oh man, the top pink bar there, Super Enterprises Inc. present the biggest show of stars for 1962, Spring Edition. And then you've got that yellow starburst between the two headliners. First time together, Brook Benton and Fats Domino and his orchestra. Both, of course, R&B powerhouses with a lot of crossover pop appeal, no doubt about it. Now, Brook Benton, he still had a lot of mileage left on him chart-wise. Later this year, he'd have a #3 pop hit with Hotel Happiness, and in 1970 a big evergreen hit with Rainy Night in Georgia. On the other hand, Fats Domino, well, he was done with a top 20 for good the rest of his career, both pop and rhythm and blues. But you know something? At this show, who cared about the charts, right? This was obviously, you could just tell, a rollicking good time, chock full of big hits and familiar songs. And then the bottom half of the poster, under the two headliners there, you do have the starburst that says, All in Person. And what do we have after that? The bottom, let's see, we've got the Duke of Earl, Gene Chandler. Yes, on the left, look at that. Interestingly how the Duke of Earl was both a song title and a moniker under which, Chandler could present himself. So, sure enough, the song gets top billing there, complete with the top hat and cane graphic, always catchy and usually used on Chandler's concert posters. So I guess even though this is a multi-act, you could call it sort of a Gene Chandler rookie poster of sorts, right? Because the Duke of Earl was his first hit, his first charting anything for that matter, and after this he would chart 35 more rhythm and blues singles into the 1980s. So, on the biggest show of stars poster, across from Gene, as you can see across from the Duke of Earl, I'll continue to call him, is Bruce Channel and his catchy big hit, Hey Baby, #1 record from earlier this year. Now interestingly, the very next month, Channel would tour England on the strength of Hey Baby, which was a #2 record there. And I happen to have an image of one of those English concert posters of Channel, and it happens to be from Liverpool, England. Isn't that a nice thing? Well, how do you do? Take a look at this, huh? Bruce Channel, of course, that big red presence there on the right. And look who's just to the left of him. Newly signed to EMI Records, Beatles, about 3 months before the release of Love Me Do. So, boy, I hope Channel has this poster himself, and what a fun talking point with your grandkids, huh? Okay, back to the main attraction here, the hot pink baby. You've got Don and Juan in that nice pink oval there in the middle, and What's Your Name was a top 10 pop hit just a couple of months ago. And to their left, Don and Juan's left, Marie Knight, she had some top 10 gospel hits in the 1940s with Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Wow, what a pedigree. But she was now in the pop world. And across from her, a huge sleeper on this poster, The Impressions, wow, with Gypsy Woman, wow. Evergreen song that went to #2 R&B. And boy, I'll tell you, there's 5 members pictured on this poster, but this is the year that 3 of them left. And with more additions, that would leave Curtis Mayfield, super legend, to lead a trio that would chart with and without Curtis for the next 25 years. And if you look carefully, one of the members actually signed this in much later times. So in 1970, in the bottom row here, in 1962, of course, the twist was absolutely all the rage. So, in the lower left corner, you do have extra added, the Lou Parks World Champion Twisters, with a big photo of 8 of them in the middle. And a little bit of that got defaced with a marker, by the way. And then in the lower right corner, you've got 2 very familiar names to collectors of vintage R&B concert posters. That would be MC Harold Cromer and bandleader Paul Williams. Boy, this thing has it all, doesn't it? But especially colors. It's, you know, it might be first place for the most colorful BSOS, Biggest Show of Stars, concert poster ever. It's just such a beauty. So I really hope to be able to turn up an image from a couple of other cities. Maybe I'll tag them on, or please send me a JPEG if you happen to know of one. Wonderful stuff. Great show to have attended. And how could everybody not take a poster home after they saw the show and put on their wall? Trouble is, they just weren't saved much beyond that. So, whew. Okay, well, thanks a lot for dropping by. Great fun, and we'll catch you again for something soon. Not as colorful, I can promise that, but hopefully as much fun. Have a good day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.